All right, so today, day 2 of 4.4 in Algebra 2, we're going to continue adding and subtracting rational expressions. So again, just like yesterday, we want to start out with getting the least common multiple for our common denominator. So on number 4, we first again start out with factoring all of the denominators. So x squared minus 6x minus 16. Let's factor that. And so what can I multiply together to get negative 16? But add to get negative 6, that's going to be a negative 8 and a positive 2. And then x squared plus 6x plus 8, what can I multiply together to get positive 8, but add to get a positive 6? That's a positive 4 and a positive 2. So my LCM, everything the first one has, x minus 8, x plus 2. For the second one, write down what I have not already written down, x plus 4. So that's our least common denominator, so put everything over that. So x minus 8, x plus 2, and x plus 4. And then minus, same thing over here, x minus 8, x plus 2, x plus 4. So then I look at the first one that started out with the x plus 1 on top, and I look at what was the denominator, or the original denominator missing. It was missing the x plus 4, so I multiply the top by x plus 4. This one had on top an x plus 1. What was the original denominator missing? It was missing the x minus 8, so I multiply by x minus 8. So now we're going to come over here, we're going to FOIL. So we're going to get x squared plus 4x plus x plus 4 minus, I'm going to put all of this in parentheses because I'm just going to distribute. So x squared minus 8x plus x minus 8. So combine like terms here, we get x squared plus 5x plus 4 minus x squared. In here, I really have a negative 7x. That turns to plus 7x when I distribute my negative, and then plus 8. So now combine like terms, our x squareds cancel each other out. I have 5x plus 7x, so I get a 12x. 8 plus 4 plus 12. I can factor that. I can factor a 12 out, and I'm left with x plus 1. All over x minus 8, x plus 2, and x plus 4. I'm going to go ahead and find my domain. So again, from the original, before I look to see if I can cancel anything out, x cannot equal 8, negative 2, and negative 4. And I cannot cancel anything out, top or bottom. So 12 times x plus 1, all over x minus 8, x plus 2, x plus 4. That's our answer. All right, number 5. Number 5, nice and easy, because I see on number 5, I don't have to factor anything. So let's go ahead and write our LCM. I have a 3x on the first one. The next one I have a 6x. I already have that 3, so I just need a 2. And then the last one I have an x squared, so I need another x. So our LCM is going to be 6x squared. So I'm going to put each of these over 6x squared. We have addition and subtraction combined here. The first one had a 1 on top. Started out with a 3x in the denominator, so I'm missing a 2x. Then the second one had a 1 on top. Started out with a 6x in the denominator. I'm missing an x. The last one had a 1 on top. Started out with an x squared. I'm missing a 6. So when I multiply on top, I have 2x plus x minus 6. Sorry, that's an x. So it gets me 3x minus 6. I see I can factor 3 out, and I get x minus 2 all over 6x squared. I'm going to find my domain. X cannot equal, so all that I have in the denominator is x squared, so x cannot equal 0. So now I'm looking at what can I cancel out. The only thing I can cancel is the 3 and the 6. So I end up with x minus 2 over 2x squared, where my domain is x cannot equal 0. Okay. Number 6, we need to factor this one. X squared minus 25, that's a difference of squares. So that factors x plus 5x minus 5. The second one, there's nothing I can do with it. So my LCM, everything from the first one, x plus 5, x minus 5. The second one, x plus 5, already have that. So there's our common denominator. So I put each of these over, x plus 5, x minus 5, minus, and x plus 5, x minus 5. The first one had a 3x minus 5 on top. Denominator already had everything, wasn't missing anything, so I don't have to multiply anything on that one. The next one had a 2 on top. The original denominator had x plus 5. It was missing an x minus 5. So on top, I have 3x minus 5. Here I can distribute a negative 2, so I get minus 2x plus 10. Combine like terms, 3x minus 2x leaves me with x. Negative 5 plus 10 leaves me with plus 5. Over x plus 5, x minus 5. I'm going to go ahead and find my domain. Again, from the original, x cannot equal negative 5 or positive 5. I'm now ready to cancel out. I have x plus 5 top and bottom. So that leaves me with a 1 on the top over x minus 5. So there's our answer. 1 over x minus 5. Domain x cannot equal positive 5 or negative 5. All right, so today in class, we're also going to try to get through the word problems. Okay, so the word problems deal with finding a rate. So it says, Briley drives her car to the mechanic. Then she takes the commuter rail train back to her neighborhood. The average speed for the 10-mile trip is 15 miles per hour faster on the train. Find an expression for Briley's total travel time. If she drove 30 miles per hour, how long did this take? So first we want to find the expression, and then we're going to solve it. Okay? So let's go ahead and make a little chart here for the distance, the rate, and the time. And we need to look at that for a car and for the train. All right, so the car, the distance, they're both a 10-mile trip. So my distance for the car and the train is both 10. The rate, okay, over here, they tell me that the car, the speed is equal to r. The train is r plus 15. Know what just happened there? I'm going to erase that. The time, okay, so remember from Algebra 1 that distance equals rate times time. So if I want to solve this for time, right, it's the distance divided by my rate. So this is going to be 10 divided by r. This one is going to be 10 divided by r plus 15. Okay. So the total time, so my total time is going to be 10 over r plus 10 over r plus 15. Find my LCM. What the first one had, r. The second one, r plus 15. So I need to put each of these over, r times r plus 15. So on top, the original one had a 10. The original denominator was missing the r plus 15. The second one had a 10 on top. The original denominator was missing the r. So distribute, and I get 10r plus 150 plus 10r. So we get 20r plus 150 over r times r plus 15. We can factor the top. We can take a 10 out, and we're left with 2r plus 15 over r times r plus 15. So there's the first part. There's our equation. So now it says, if she go 30 miles per hour, how long did this take? So that's our rate. So the rate at 30 is going to equal, so 10 times 2 times 30 plus 15 all of that over 30 times 30 plus 15. So on top, 2 times 30, this is 60. 60 plus 15 is 75. 75 times 10, 750. 30 plus 15 is 45. 45 times 30 is 1350. This will reduce. Let's see, I can get my zeros. So 75 and 135. This is going to reduce to 5 over 9. Okay. This is 5/9 of an hour. Okay. That doesn't really make a lot of sense to us, right? So let's go ahead and figure out in minutes. So 5/9 multiplied by 60 is going to give us approximately 33 minutes. So how long did the total trip take? Approximately 33 minutes. All right, one more word problem. So now it says, on the way to work, Owen carpools with Isaac, then takes the city bus back home in the evening. The average speed of the 20-mile trip is 5 miles per hour faster in the carpool. Write an expression that represents Owen's total travel time. So here they just want us to write the expression. Again, let's make us a chart of distance, rate, and time. Here, again, we're going to just do a car and a train. All right, so the distance, again, for all of them is 20. The rate, it tells me the average speed for the 20-mile trip is 5 miles per hour faster in the carpool. So if I call the train R, the car will be R plus 5. The time, again, is going to be distance divided by rate. So this one is going to be 20 divided by R plus 5. And this one is going to be 20 divided by R. So I have 20 over R plus 5 plus 20 divided by R. This is my total time. I need to get a common denominator. So my LCM is going to be the first one, R plus 5, and the second one, R. So I'm going to put each of these over R times R plus 5. This first one had a 20 on the top. The original denominator was missing the R. The second one also had a 20 on top. The original denominator was missing an R plus 5. So I have a 20R plus 20R plus 100. So I get 40R plus 100. I can factor that. Okay, so 40 and 100. I can take a 20 out of both of those. And then I get a 2R plus 5 over R times R plus 5. That is the expression that we could use to find the total time. If they had asked me to find out how long a certain trip took at a certain rate, we could do that using this equation. All right, so today's homework, an extension of yesterday's. We're going to finish yesterday's homework, which was the worksheet 4.4. Numbers 13, 14, 17 through 24, and today we're going to add number 25, the word problem, to that. And then tomorrow we'll look at the rest of these notes. So that is day 2 of 4.4, adding, subtracting, rational expressions, and then also using word problems.